these kids so much. Thanks, Casey.
Jan, knock that thing over. It's on. Turn that thing off.
Stop it.
Animals. Where's that
Behave yourself. Get out of here. Is it a picture? Jesus. You're gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna post you too. Tag her. I'll have good things to say to her. Don't worry.
Yeah, right.
About her? All the time.
What about me?
You're lucky that beginning part's not there.
Yeah, you only did one. Why am I so low? So too dear.
Call this meeting of the Tonawanda City Council to order. Please call the roll.
Little. Here. Boyle.
Present.
Passow.
Present.
And Zeiss.
Here, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silent prayer. Communications from the Mayor's Office are ordered filed.
She's not going to be here for a while. Okay, I'm set.
Communications from city officials and correspondents are referred to Committee of the Whole in order to file. As far as changes to this evening's motion and resolutions, there is none. We will be going to executive session to discuss negotiations. This time I'll take comments from the public on the motions and resolutions. Yes, you can take your name and address.
Robert Turner, 286 Niagara Drive. On resolution number 4, the increase of $22,441 for the pavilion. Is that part of the original bid of $1,029,900?
Yes. Yes, it is.
The other thing I'd like to ask about is resolution number 2, the planning board resolution. Is there some reason that the city never had an architectural review board before it went to the planning board? Like some communities, I know Amherst does, and it saves a lot of time, and it has a way of having everything fall into place, looking the same, or compatible with each other.
As far as why there's never been one, I can't answer that. I mean, one of the things we're trying to do now is put in the site plan review portion so that we can properly.
Well, that's fine, but it doesn't make for how the buildings look as you go along. If you have one place that says, say, all colonial homes, instead of throwing something different in there, it might have an effect on the whole neighborhood.
Okay.
I think, if I could just add something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think if you look through this resolution, we do have part of it refers to a site plan review.
Yeah, but
Which might help.
you're having the same people that are part of the planning board they're taking two responsibilities. They're taking over the architectural part of it with the planning, you know.
I can see where, yeah, I can see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olga, 65 Cleveland Avenue. I have three things. One is, and I'll speak real fast because I don't only have 3 minutes. One is I've missed you guys, and I was hoping Richard Sliz would be here to say welcome because it's my first meeting back. The AT is done, so we're done with that. So I'll be seeing you more frequently. Number two, if you can elaborate, because it's so much, I just wanted you to elaborate on what it is exactly that you're passing tonight. And two, and I don't think it's appropriate now, but so I don't have to come back here again at the end, there are kids here tonight, and some have asked about what the role is here, so like last time, if you can explain to them what your role is, I think they all would appreciate it. Thanks.
Mr. Trabucco, do you want to come out here on the floor, please? As far as the resolution for the planning board, the local law, this is only the first step. There'll be 2 more resolutions. There'll be a public hearing on this. Basically, the long and short of it is what we're doing is we're setting forth basically the rules for the actual planning board, and we're outlining their role. We're outlining the procedures that they'll follow. I mean, is that a fair assessment of what we're trying to do here?
Yes, the answer is yes. And what we also did in there was, there's some special language in there that essentially says that the planning board will now be responsible for site plan review for all parcels that are an acre and a half or more. And the reason we did that was because at this point in time, with the project that's falling, we think that there's going to be some site plan review, so the planning board would have those responsibilities. Does set forth really essentially what they've been doing through the years, according to the general city law, but it's all set forth so everybody understands, including the council and planning board, what their duties and responsibilities are at this point going forward. And I think we really didn't, other than that, there's no additional duties or responsibilities that we're given. It's just outlined in the proper format.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Trabucco.
Are there specific qualifications to be on as a city representative? Okay. Thanks.
Other comment? And just really quickly for the students' benefit, the really short and concise as far as what the council's role is in the city. We primarily, we hold the purse strings in the city. We pass the city budget. We control all the monies that are spent in the city. Anything that's done with roads, any building that's done is all controlled by the city council. Anything with property is handled by the city council. Laws as far as stop signs, traffic lights, parking, anything that's built on city land is controlled by the council. In essence, the mayor runs the day-to-day operation of the city. The mayor presents the budget to the council, but the structure is set up in such a fashion that there's a checks and balances between the mayor's office and the council. But individually, both of us have a lot of power. The mayor has a lot of power and the council has a lot of power. So that's kind of like a short.
Yeah, but it's 5 against 1.
That's true. That's true.
I only thought I kept the word 10.
Go ahead.
By the council and seconded by the council, resolved that the common council minutes from April 17, 2012 be accepted as filed.
Comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted.
By Council President Zeiss, a local law to amend
Mr.
chapter...
President, I waive for the reading of resolution number 2
17.
I'll second that. All those in favor of waiving the reading, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Do I have a second on resolution number 2?
I'll second, Mr. President.
Second by Mr. Boyle. And as I said before, basically what this resolution does is it puts it out to the public and to the council for a period of time for review. And then after that review period, there'll be subsequent resolutions and a hearing before this becomes an actual law within the city. Other comments on resolution number 2? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted.
By Council President Zeiss, resolved that all Tonawanda Housing Authority employees be granted a 2.5% raise retroactive to April 1st, 2011, and be it further resolved that these increases are subject to the approval of the local legislative body and the New York State Division of Housing and Community Renewal as governed by public housing law.
Do I have a second?
Second, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Casa. Just for the benefit of everyone that's here, the Tonawanda Housing Authority is a separate entity from the city. However, given the makeup within New York State and the way it's been structured, the city of Tonawanda, if we basically are their, shall we say, their backup, if in fact they were unable to meet their obligations, the city is required to meet those bills. For that reason, that's why you see this resolution tonight. Anytime there's an expenditure of funds for an employee in the housing, as far as the Common Council has to sign off on it. And then it would go on to New York State for their approval. And generally, the agreements that are worked out with their employees in many ways mirror things that happen with our CTEA employees here in the city. Other comments?
Comment, Mr. President.
Mr. Boyle?
Back in 2000, when I first took office, if I'm not mistaken, either my first or my second meeting, I sponsored this resolution. I ended up voting no on this resolution. The reason I voted no was the only thing that we're responsible for is if they're running in the red. My question is how are they doing? If you look at the minutes that we got from the Tonawanda Housing Authority, it was like 3 pages on a typewriter, and it still doesn't say how they're doing. I mean, you heard in there that, yep, they're running the black. They had to wait until the system was running the black. How close are they? I mean, are they like this? I mean, what's going to happen if they go into the red? The city's responsible. I'm going to go back to what I said in the year 2000. I'd like to see numbers on this thing. I mean, I'd like to see we're doing, this is what our expenditures were, this is what we brought in. We're to the good $200,000. I mean, is that too much to ask? I really don't think so. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle. Other comments? Call the roll.
Little.
No.
Boyle.
No.
Hessel.
Yes.
And Zeiss.
Aye. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just for a point of information, this resolution will be valid.
If they, Mr. President, if they give me, give it to me in writing. And if I can see that they are to this, then I will vote yes to it. But just by taking their word for it that they're running in the black, that's, I just doesn't cut it for me. Thank you, Mr. President.
By Councilmember Boyle, resolved at the recommendation of the city engineer, Jason J. Lamonaco, P.E., that award of change order GC001 for the Niawanda Park Pavilion, general construction be made to Transit Construction Services Corp. At a cost not to exceed $22,441.
Do I have a second? Comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted.
By Councilmember Boyle, resolved that Tonawanda City Code Article 5, Traffic Schedules, Division 2, Stopping, Standing, and Parking, Section 62-193, Schedule 15, entitled No Standing, be amended to read No Standing of Vehicles on the south side of Minerva Street from Delaware Street to a point 60 feet west thereof. Councilmember Boyle.
I make a motion to waive the reading of 6, 7, and 8. Do I have a second?
Second, Mr. President.
Second by Mr. Boyle. All those in favor of waiving the readings of resolution 6, 7, and 8, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution number 6 is sponsored by Mr. Boyle. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Little. Comments or questions?
Comment, Mr. President. I really wish that the Vietnam vets, the people that were in there in this meeting kind of getting all upset at everybody, I wish they would have stuck around, because this one's for an art show that they said more or less they haven't paid for an art show. This is one right now. I mean, you got 3 resolutions in a row that they're paying for the overtime, so I really wish they would have stuck around and they could have seen that everybody's paying for it, and they're just not going to do the pick and choose. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle. Other comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted. Resolution number 7 is sponsored by Ms. Little. Do I have a second?
Second, Mr. President.
Mr. Casa, comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted. Resolution number 8 is sponsored by Mr. Casa. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Little. Comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted.
By Councilmember Little, resolved that the 2012 general fund budget be amended to account for the federal grant funds received from the United States Department of Justice to purchase bulletproof vests for the police department as for your agenda.
Do I have a second?
Second, Mr. President.
Second by Mr. Boyle. Comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted.
By Councilmember Casal, resolved that Mayor Ronald J. Pelosi is authorized to execute a lease agreement between the City of Tonawanda and Craig Cat Tours and Boat Rentals International, LLC, for the purpose of conducting waterfront boat tours along the Erie Canal and the Niagara River. And be it further resolved that Craig Cat Tours and Boat Rentals International, LLC, shall be authorized to use docking space west of the area utilized by Water Bike Adventures, LLC. More specifically, the area where Ellicott Creek and the Erie Canal converge, directly beneath the pedestrian bridge, as is outlined in the proposed lease agreement.
I'll second it. Comments or questions?
Comment, Mr. President.
Mr. Boyle?
I just have to keep talking. I don't know if anybody else received any phone calls on this. I received a phone call from somebody, and he had a problem with us doing this. And the reason that he had a problem with us doing this is he's saying that the canal is too crowded right now. There was a message left on my answer machine at home. Just for the heck of it, what I did is I went driving by his house, and here he has about a 32-foot boat sitting in his driveway. The only thing I can think of is he doesn't play well in the sandbox with others. I mean, I'm going to give this guy a call because I want him to say that these people are going to be out there, you know, ruckhousing and stuff like that. These guys are going to be operating Monday through Friday, not on the weekends, which I think that they should be doing on the weekends also. Number 2, if you look at people that are on jet skis and stuff like that, are they really safe? No, I don't think so. I think this is a win-win situation for the City of Tonawanda. I commend the mayor and Ms. Gallus for bringing these people together, and hope we can have a long working relationship. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Boyle. And if anyone's interested, there's one of these boats is out in the parking lot back here, and there's one behind City Hall.
And the one behind City Hall will be in my driveway.
Yeah, okay. Other comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Declare the resolution adopted.
By Council President Zeiss, resolved that in recognition and compliance